Hello everyone, Macintosh here. So, welcome to the third world that I am working on right now. That is for now, the working title is DMX War Room. The alternative was DJ War Room, but we'll get to the title later. I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out. I've been meaning to make like some name change one way or another. Largely because I think it becomes a little bit more monotonous or mundane when all my worlds are named with the letters Dust 514 following by what the theme is. And so I'm thinking of giving this world a unique name that can make it much more identifiable as exclusively a DJ venue that is focused on DMX, which is digital multiplex. I think I explained that in my earlier video. Ah, shit. I'm not sick, by the way. Don't worry about me. I think there's some dust in my room. But yeah, seizure warning. And a lot of flashing lights. So if that's not for you, if you're not able to handle it, just stop this video or just put me in the background so you can just listen instead of watch. Alright, so let's get going. This is going to be an impromptu video, by the way. No scripts whatsoever, so this is all done in one take. But there were a lot of takes. Alright, so before we begin, I've added a couple of controls over here. One for global illumination strength, that's what GI stands for, global illumination strength, and projector strength. Default set to 100 and 0.0 respectively. Now, over here, here's what I want to show you. Here is the war room. It's just like the war room in the war barge world, but I removed a table, the holographic projector, and basically relocated the DJ booth here. Added some trusses all over the place, and then you'll notice right there the split screens. There are two screens that you see on the left and the right that are vertical. Those are slices of the main projector that is way up there in the balcony. Let me show you. Right over here behind me. Now, you don't hear any music. I brought down the world volume to 0 because I don't want to be copyright struck because there's some copywritten music in there. And so there you see I made some adjustments to the UV mapping. It's just simple tiling and like some simple adjustments that you can do in Unity in the inspector. Where for the main screen I moved the offset to a value of 0.2, and the tiling I brought it to a value of 0.8, both on the y-axis. Now, for these slices over here, let me show you. So for these two vertical slices that you see right over here, they have the same values applied on the y-axis, but on the x-axis I brought down their value to 0.2, and that's to basically get a slice of the screen that's right this portion over here. That's the portion that I was aiming at. And conveniently, the label of the DJ is right over here, DJ Texane. I have met DJ Texane in Waterwolf. I'm in that Discord and in the group. I occasionally visit their clubs. Alright, so let me bring back the camera. Let me adjust the smoothness. There we go, much better. Now, as you can see, we got the old school booth right over here. And as for the lights, there are approximately 97-ish lights in total, with a combination of spotlight movers, blinders, and light bars. Predominantly light bars and blinders. Not that many spotlight movers, but basically, let me show you here. So as you can see, right over here, you can see the spotlights that are moving. So there's like 4 on the inboard side. There's 4 on the inboard side, 4 in the middle over here, and 4 additional ones on the outboard side of the pillar. and it repeats on that side as well, just mirrored. Now, what else? Yeah. Actually, those are all of the. Oh, there's two more over here. I just forgot. There's two here in the corner, one here, and the rest are basically light bars and blinders. And so let's see. Let me bring back the camera. As usual, this world is set to default of 80 when it comes to capacity. So 80 people can fit here. I mean, it's a big world as it is. It's actually kind of bigger than the Event Horizon Lounge. And so what I did was I took away the holographic table just to make room. I am still looking on Gumroad to see which furniture assets I could use to maybe populate this area a little bit, but at the same time populate the balcony. Let me show you over here. Let's go upstairs. Oh yeah, I still kept the RDV and the dropship. That's just a prop though. Now over here, before I move up to the balcony, these will be the spots for screenshots, selfies, predominantly people who are in VR chat, not video game related. Well, VR chat is a video game technically, but you get my point. And so over here, let me bring up the camera again. Pardon me if I'm moving the camera around here. So this area over here, like the balcony is a really big place. If you've visited the War Barge world, you know it. The balcony is a really big place. So what I did was I divided it into 3 sections for the balcony. The left, like there are 2 lounge areas, 2 lounge sections, or however you want to call it. And the middle section, which is going to be like a mini dance floor. So there's the main dance floor in front of the DJ downstairs. And then there's a mini one right in front of the screen, which is right over there. So as you can see, this balcony runs from where I'm standing to the left over there in front of the screen. And then did I say to the left? To the right there in front of the screen, and to the right again towards the second lounge. So there's 2 lounge areas, one here and one on the opposite, and again with the mini dance area in the middle. And the mini dance area could function as an overflow in case there's like a lot of people here. And so this is the area where I'm gonna have like furniture, some lamps and stuff like that to kind of liven the place a bit. I mean, I doubt there's gonna be that many people just dancing around. There's probably gonna be a lot more people just chilling and just vibing a little bit than dancing. And so, yeah, I've put, like you can probably see the truss. It's a little dark, really. Like you can see the truss right there with 4, 5, I think that's like 5 light bars. And right at the top, you might have spotted a few, some blinders right above me. Now, the lights are all over the place and seem uncoordinated, largely because the art net that's on the screen is not tailored to the specific venue. Each art net is unique in that it is unique to the venue it was designed for. So, for example, the video that's being played in the background is from, what's it called? Oh yeah, I have it here. From Euphoria. Let me show you here. There we go. Euphoria by DJ Texane. And so here you see, let me do a recap over here. I know I've explained this before, but let me do a recap. So right over here we have these pixels. These are all channels. Each pixel is literally a channel. And the channels are grouped by sectors. So for example, let's say we have a spotlight mover that has 13 channels. That takes up a whole sector. So the first sector is 13 channels. So 1, 2, 3, 1 to 13 right over here. And as for the total number of pixels, I think the total number is 512 channels. I think we're looking at 512 channels. I'm not exactly sure how many. Like we know this is 13 pixels wide. I just can't remember how many pixels long this is. Although you could deduce by dividing 512 by 13, and you should be able to get your answer right there. So assuming every single light fixture is 13 channels or takes up 13 channels, you can at least get the number of fixtures that you can fit in one universe. This is one whole universe. This is an ArtNet that functions as one universe. However, this world, speaking of which, now speaking of universes, this world is now set for extended universe mode, meaning that ArtNet or ArtNet actually is going to be put into like an RGB format, meaning there's going to be green pixels, red pixels, blue pixels, and they're all going to overlap one another. Now, how the projectors or the lights are able to read that without accidentally reading the other, that I don't know. But with the single universe mode, it's just in grayscale, and so it only needs to see the value of black, white, or different layers or different shades of gray. But for extended universe mode, it reads the RGB values instead, and so that might help it with avoiding the lights confusing the values. I don't know. My knowledge is rather limited when it comes to DMX. And so, in extended universe mode, supposedly this world could handle up to 9 universes. If you want to include the vertical ArtNet as well. But right now we're using just the horizontal ArtNet, and this world is only taking up technically 2 universes at the most. That's it. Now I am waiting on. I'm looking to see who would like to create a light set for there that's specifically tailored to this venue. If you know anybody who is experienced with DMX and also experienced with Unity and VR chat and also happens to DJ, which is probably very few people in this world, let me know, and we'll see about maybe getting together here. And I mean, this is not a club. I'm not gonna lie. This is not a club. This is just a DJ venue. I'm in different clubs. I'm in Club Entropy or just Entropy, Waterwolf, the VRU Oasis. Let me see how many different clubs I'm in. Really, let's see. There's the VR Underground or the VRU Oasis. Let's see. Hypothetical, Hysteria, VR Chat After Dark, Z Crew. Let's see. What else here? Club Crucible, Corbell's Music Festival, Club Jinx, Club Luxor, Club Rebellion. Let's see. Waterwolf, Quantum Networks. Let's see. What? There's another one. Let's see. Where the hell? Network. That's another network group. Entropy, of course. The Secret Level, I believe that's another club. Ravenous. Is Cannon Cove a club? I can't remember. Let's see. Millennia. Club Dark. Feeding Grounds. There's 33P Productions. Vibe Night. Black Market. And Funiki. Yeah, and oh yeah, I think that was Fur Rave. Yeah, Fur Rave as well. So I'm in a lot of those clubs, but I don't own a club myself. So how this works is I create the venue, and I consult. I try my best to consult different clubs to see if anybody wants to borrow the world to showcase their own club. So basically, they would manage their own separate group to get in here, And well, no, they don't need you don't need a group to get in here though. Although the world is not public yet, and it's not in the community labs. It's not ready for community labs yet. I'll let you know. And so how it works is, once it's in community labs or public, I will consult the different groups or the different clubs so that they can host an instance of their own here. And each club has their own rules and moderators. And I don't have a moderator of my own. I'm just a, well, I could argue one-man team, but there's been multiple individuals involved here when it comes to how I acquired the assets, how the assets were set up for audio link. So kudos to Possum Thaddeus Reynolds for the assets, as well as Orchatoaster for audio linking some of the assets as well. And I also want to thank Player Frankie for suggesting, I believe, the placement of the lights. I believe. I gotta remember. It's been a long time though, but yeah, I do try to give credit where credit is due. Oh yeah, teach me proper optimization. Yep. Now, speaking of optimization, this world supposedly can handle a lot of light fixtures. There is a theoretical limit that you could actually put into a single world when it comes to light fixtures. Supposedly over 350 something different light fixtures, whatever combination. But I've heard that depending on how optimized the base world is, you might be able to get away with probably between 50 to 100 different light fixtures. However, it was explained to me in the VRSL Discord that it looks like the fixtures are instanced. I think via the GPU, can't remember. And so as a result, you can put a lot of these, and it's not going to negatively impact it's not going to be appreciably impacting the performance, unless of course the world itself was already non-performant. But the global illumination apparently is taking a toll. So at this point though, the base world is very, very optimized. Well, like even with all the light fixtures and stuff installed, it's under 50 megabytes. Pretty cool. Now, one other area I want to show you here is the administrator area. And it is the Amar quarters. And over there you can see in the back, I've set up 3 monitors. And you can tell, like you probably notice right now, the middle screen, like all 3 of these screens down below are live, with the top screen being just the video player, or a copy of the video player. And so let me show you over here. Get over here. Get over here. Get on the seat. All right, so we got 3 cameras actually. The left and the right are covering the lounge areas. Those are going to be the areas where I'm going to put some assets for furniture. And over here you can see the dance area, and it's live. And how this works is I got 3 cameras set up, and each camera is tied to a render texture, and that render texture is also tied to these screens over here. And the resolution is a little lower, but you could actually see who is where and what they're doing. Alright, so it's pretty cool though. The admin area in the Event Horizon Lounge has the same thing, except one screen, of course. There's going to be some more toggles set over here for controls, but those are for like the network sync type controls. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to be putting a barrier around here. Right now, I haven't created a whitelist for this room yet, so anyone can just visit at the moment. But before I move it to the community labs, I will try to put a barrier onto this room, and also create a whitelist, so that anyone that wants to get in here has to be approved first and put their name on the list. And all they would then have to do is just click on the door, and they're instantly teleported here. The barrier is in case anybody tries to fly their way over here from, like, by glitching through the mesh and flying around in towards here. I'm not sure if I can do anything about play spacing, but play spacing, in case you don't know, is something similar to, like, let me show you. It's a third-party program that enables me to manipulate the space around me. This is perfectly legal according to VR chat standards. So this is not this. This is OVR advanced settings is the client or the software. And reset. So play space is very useful in case you have to say deal with like some terrain or assets where let's say there's no collider on the play on the couch, let's say, or let's say there's no play space on this table, which is like this one right here. Like, let's say there's no play. I mean, why did I say play space? Let's just say there's no collider with this table, which there isn't actually. So I can just simply just move around. So, but I want to feel like I'm standing on it. So play space. But also because VR chat for some weird reason does not seem to get my vertical spacing correctly. So sometimes my feet protrude through the floor, and I have to like adjust that. So yeah, that's besides the point though. Other than that, that's it. Now what else? I will see what I could do to try to like liven up the area. That's why I'm looking up on Gumroad to see which assets I could use for furniture. And like I said, the white screens that you see are going to be for selfies or pictures from within VR chat. Usually pictures of people who have been partying here, or maybe from outside of VR chat, if they so allow it. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoy that, and as usual, lie safe.